A lot of talking, which is not conducive to recording, is it? Hang on a second, I'll send off a text. Oh, jeez, of course I have that. Usually I like to keep my volume off on these phones. I'm surprised I didn't turn it off again already. Well, it drives me batty. I'm trying to talk like a normal, good person. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I do tend to swear a lot. And I know I'm gonna do it eventually, so I apologize. Hopefully you won't think terribly of me. Oy. Texts have been sent. But yeah, I hate having the sound on my phone. It's just, I don't know how many other people find it really irritating. Perhaps it's my neurodivergence. I don't know. But the sound of incoming everything's constantly drives me nuts. I don't want to hear texts or notifications. The only thing I'm okay with is like phone calls, but I can't even keep that on. Because sometimes we get, well, I don't know if a lot of people get this, but where I am, we have a lot of scam calls coming through, like robocallers, crap like that. You know, I'm just so over it. You better believe that I report every single one that comes through, by the way. In case any of you are listening, stop. Stop calling me. Don't do it. Scammers and fraudsters. It drives me crazy. So anyways, once I had a stalker. I don't even know who it was. This person was a male. And would call at like 3 a.m. and would never answer when I picked up. Would just breathe on the phone like a real true creeper. And I was just like, you know what? Listen, it's ridiculous. And I couldn't block their number because it was coming from a private number. And I had to keep the private number open because I get like legitimate calls from private numbers too. I know that you can block them, but yeah, I couldn't for that reason. And I didn't want to change my phone number. So, there you go. I have a very loud family. Very loud. I swear. I am the quietest in my family. And I can be loud too, don't get me wrong. But I'm legit the quietest. At some point, you're probably going to hear my mom laugh. Maybe not in this recording, but in the future. She has the loudest laugh in the world, to the point where it's actually hilarious. But maybe not so for an ASMR video. Finally, so I'm able to build some walls. Oh, I'm definitely going to need more branches for that though, aren't I? Oh, yeah. Look at that rooster up there just strutting around. There's a lot of kitchen noises going on around here. That is the one downfall from open concept living, eh? the Canadian in me. It just came out. That's the one downfall, though. So every noise echoes, even though you're on the opposite end of the house. Every noise just travels everywhere. I know a lot of places in the world right now is going through a housing crisis, and rental costs have gone sky high. And I had to leave my last rental because the landlord wanted it back. I was having problems with her anyways, so I gave it back to her. But in 1 year here, rents went up $500-$600. That's not normal for anyone. And we can't deal with that. So I think I need to wait a while, increase my income, because I'm self-employed. So I have to increase my income and wait for a bit. Luckily, my parents are okay with me staying here. But it sucks. It's not my ideal position. Thank goodness I don't have children or anything. I really value my space and quiet. And it's very hard to get here. Although, being shut in the room that I'm in, it's alright. But, living my entire life in a room is probably not the best thing to do, right? But, and I can't even have a normal desk. There's not enough space here to have, a normal, office desk. Although, I must admit, that often I get so lazy that the thought of just sitting in front of a desk, I just won't do it. So if I won't do it, then I don't get any work done. So I'll just work from the bed in that case, because, it's not great. It's not a very healthy thing to do. However, it's better than never ever doing anything that you're supposed to be doing. So I had to make that compromise with myself before I even had to temporarily move here. I have this little lap desk for my laptop. And that's kind of what I'm using, so. But yeah, for ASMR, it's not set up for this. But I don't want to wait. It might take a long time for me to be able to rent again, right? So, you know what? I figure it's going to take time. Everything's going to take time. I may as well learn new skills, video editing, recording, etc., etc. Oh good, we're still recording. I just almost had a panic attack thinking that we're not. I swear I need a little dongle, or not, it's not a dongle, it would be a little pop-up window that goes over the screen that I'm watching for this game, so I can see it without having to click. Maybe there is one, but I don't know. Look at these little industrious Clanfolk, huh? Lots of eels. I do find that, I bet you when I actually audio record at the same time as playing, it's probably going to be more difficult for me to talk, to be honest. I might actually always have to do it this way. Unless I'm just talking about what I'm doing on screen constantly. Because I tend to hyper-focus on games. Look how cute this is. I love them. Cute little peoples. Yeah, speeding it up's a good idea, Melissa. Should have done that sooner. Oh yeah, it's taking forever. What are they trying to get there? Oh, I was asking for more berries? Or was it wood? I think it was wood. No, it was berries probably because I decided I needed to put more in. Certainly do. It takes forever to grow. But you don't want to do too many because if you need berries, I guess you could turn it off, but I would forget. I know myself. But if you need to eat berries suddenly because you've overfished or something. Yeah, anyway, it's just better to only plant a few at a time and have those planted because it takes a lot of berries to plant each bush. And you might accidentally take all your berries when you need them for your clanfolk. So my strategy is just a few at a time. If you hear the dripping sound in the background, it's actually a humidifier. Oh, the air has been so dry. My eyes are burning at night, especially. It gets colder and colder, and yeah, my eyes were burning so bad I had to go and get this humidifier, and it has helped, thank goodness. So if you find that you're getting a lot of burning eyes suddenly in the winter, you need a humidifier. Trust me. Yeah, unfortunately here it's just really bad for that. I don't know, it's living in the Niagara regions. It's just a lot windier. I used to live in the Hamilton area. It's a lot windier in Niagara region and way drier. I've had some significant issues with that. My lips got really bad, actually. I've never had my lips so dry before in my life. They're felt like I had alligator lips. I don't know. It's hard to find stuff for your lips that really conditions well. Oh, that was my wrist. I'm so sorry. So I'm trying this stuff called Jack Black lip balm. I don't know. It was on Amazon. It's actually targeted to men, but somebody said that it was the best that they could find for actual moisture therapy. It's not the cheapest, I'll tell you that. It's a luxury brand or something like that. But I love the black tea. It's the black tea flavoring. I think it's doing an okay job, but my lips are pretty bad. It's really hard to find something that, admittedly I've had chapstick or, well, that's the brand name, but lip stuff addiction for many years. I cannot have bare lips. It's really hard to find one that is not making your lips worse as much as possible. And some of them are just, they feel waxy on your lip after a while. I don't know if people understand what I'm saying there, but it's a really weird feeling. So I like ones that don't have that weird waxy feel. And it's like a build-up feel, I guess. But really, like, what else are you supposed to do? Almost all of them have like that waxy type thing going on. If any of you have a suggestion, please write it in the comments, because honestly, I could use some help. This Jack Black stuff is not too bad, but it's pretty expensive. I think it was $12 Canadian just for one little tube. I just don't, with the amount that I use chapstick and lose them, by the way. I'm not very good at keeping them. So, 12 bucks a tube. It's really probably a bad decision for me. It's nice stuff, but I think I need even more options. I've used other things, like I tried the Clanfolk. Clanfolk was okay for a while, but again, after a while, I think it gave that waxy buildup. It was okay. Clanfolk has organic lip balms. The vanilla one is quite nice. I don't know what it is. It's not just vanilla though. It's almost like a... Oh, what is the smell of it? Let's open it. Oh, it's nice. It's almost like a very, 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 very light patchouli or something. Maybe. Oh, sorry, that's probably really loud. Yeah, that's kind of like what it is. So I've tried those. I really like the vanilla one specifically. There's other nice ones too, but I think that's my favorite. Got a multi-pack, but of course I've lost most of them now. I'll find them again eventually. And then, you're trying... I thought, oh, maybe I need to exfoliate my lips. So I tried the Revlon Kiss exfoliating balm, sugar mint, and it's okay, I guess, but it really didn't help my situation. And I actually tried another one too. It's like the Burt's Bees honey sugar scrub or something. It's almost like the same thing, almost. Although, hang on. The Burt's Bees, yes. It's the Burt's Bees conditioning lip scrub honey. And it's actually quite sugary. And it comes in this little container. It's got a nice little scent to it, too. So I tried that. I bought it at the same time as this Jack Black stuff, the black tea flavor, which is great. But, I don't know. It really wasn't my problem, I don't think. I'm really not sure what's going on, if it's like an allergy or what's going on. I even tried taking all my chapstick off and just using Palmer's cocoa butter formula with vitamin E skin therapy oil. This stuff is really nice. Honestly, I was surprised. Like, I always get dry skin, and especially in the winter, and this is actually working quite nicely for that. It lasts a long time, but it's not too oily. Cocoa butter, and it really does smell like cocoa. Like the actual cocoa smell, like that you would use in baking. It smells like that. And it's a nice smell. And this stuff's supposed to help with scars, stretch marks, dry, damaged skin, uneven skin tone, and aging skin. And it's with pure argan oil. I was like, oh, well, I don't want oil because I don't want it to stay too slimy on my face. Because I wanted to try it because my skin tone was really uneven. Didn't like it. And I have allergies and whatnot, so I have some scarring and years of that. And I get like really red cheeks from irritation So, it's a constant battle. So, I thought, well, I know vitamin E is supposed to help with scarring, so I found this oil. And I've been using it on my face specifically and on my hands and stuff. Elbows that get really dry and cracky. It works really well. I like it, and I've only been using the Skin Therapy Palmer Skin Therapy oil on my face for, I don't know, a month, maybe. And I do think, I have a sunspot. Oh, sun damage. If you're younger, make sure you are wearing sunscreen on your face, because even if you don't get the dark spots now, you will later. And goodness, you won't like seeing it, just like me. I can't afford to get lasered off right now, so even then, come back, Actually, they say that when you're a child, a lot of the stuff comes from when you're a child. And when I was a child, oh gosh, I was out all day, every day in the summer, swam all day, every day. So there's no doubt that I have, hyperpigmentation in certain areas of my face now. It's all coming out now. But yeah, I do the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Skin Therapy Oil. It seems to be helping to lighten that a bit, which is nice. Look at these. So I finally got the ability to harvest clay, which you need a lot of. And then you can make charcoal. And then you can get a kiln, which I should be getting soon, I think. So you get the kiln, and that allows you to make bricks and tiles, and water jugs, which you need for winter because the ponds freeze over. So you have to store water in these jugs, and they freeze over too. You have to store enough for the entire winter. And then after that, during the winter, you thaw them in your fire. It's really kind of funny. Eventually, I think that you can get a well. I think the last save file I managed to get a well. The well was quite an improvement. But yeah, unfortunately, you have to build a lot of these, and so you have to make sure you get your kiln built early. You have to do a lot of things. Building these roads, you can see I'm building dirt paths. I did build a stone one in front, but it requires a lot of resources to build those, and I'm not going to get them all right away. I have other priorities before winter. So I'm building dirt paths to other areas. And if you can, you should do that, because it helps your people to move faster. And in the winter, even with the paths, your people go slower too. So you really do need some paths. If they go off the paths, they go even slower. Oh, stones pile, rock heap. Yes, let's put these down. The clay pile, yeah, I'm putting it right there because that's where the kiln's gonna go. Honestly, it's good to keep your resource piles close to the places you will need them most, especially if you think that you're going to have to do all these things during the winter, which we will. Oh, we unlocked the simple peat spade, so then we can dig for peat in the bog. That's very nice. Okay, just checking to make sure we're still recording, and we are. That is great. Great. finally got the clothes zone. We need clothing for winter too. There's so many things that you have to do to prepare for winter. You have to have your house fully built. You have to get warm enough clothing, and the first types of clothing they're not enough. You have to have fur clothing, and there's multiple different pieces, and each of your clanfolk need them. So you have to make sure that gets done. You have to make sure you have water. You have to make sure you have enough hay for any livestock you might have. You need to try and harvest in the fall mushrooms. That's when they're most available, and then you have to try and dry them as much as possible. I'm probably not even thinking of other things. You have to try and cure meats. Eventually you get like a smoker. Try and cure as much meat as possible too, because the more you have to travel, the worse it's going to be for your villagers. Also, trying to get cats. Cats are a huge thing in this game. They're great to have, adult cats, in the winter, because they will go and kill rabbits for you and bring them back. Like, heck yeah. So, I would have traded for 2 cats rather than the chickens, because I just don't feel that the chickens are doing enough. Or maybe I just don't understand how the chickens work best yet. I really would rather have like tile roof, but it's not unlocked yet. The kiln. Here's the kiln, so I'm going to get started on making bricks and tiles, water jugs, etc. A rat trap. Yeah, I don't really know that this works. I haven't seen it work yet. I've built them, but I've never actually seen it work. I know that the cats will kill the rats too. So really, just get cats. You can unlock like a food and water station and leave it outside, and it will attract a wild cat, and eventually they'll become domesticated and live with you. And you can get these cat beds that they'll stay in with you during the winter. So you get a cat bed, and then they'll hunt for you. And yeah, it's really a great idea. I don't know how long it's going to take to actually get a cat in this game. On this save file, anyway. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take to get a cat, but that is definitely a goal we need. We need more than one cat. We need a male adult and a female adult so that they can have babies. Well, I really should have sped up this part. It's just like watching them do their thing, getting distracted. Ooh, got an instrument rack. That's a good idea if you can. Now, there's a lot of things that you have to bring inside with you for various reasons, but it would be good to have an instrument rack inside, because when they need their fun need in the winter, they can be warm inside at the same time that they're having fun. You can increase their stats in 2 ways at once. If you leave it outside, then they're still getting cold, but their fun needs are getting fulfilled. I'm just checking on their stats. They seem to feed themselves. I think they must be eating grass or something. I don't really know. Oh, my back is getting stiff. Yeah. So, I still haven't built that clothing station yet. I really should get on that because it takes some time. Oh, there we go. We finally got the peat harvester. Honestly, I know that you can use them as heating, like instead of branches. It's hard to keep them dry. So, I don't know. I haven't quite figured out the best way to do that yet, I guess. I probably need to make like an overhang outside so that they stay dry, but that's a lot of extra work when you're just trying to get enough space for you and the animals and other things that need to stay dry. It's not your first priority. So for now, I'm kind of going to mostly neglect the peat. I might eventually do, I think I do eventually do it in this game, in the save file, just to unlock other things, because I think you have to harvest enough to unlock other things. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna do. Look at these guys. Okay. When am I gonna hit? Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Traffic noises are crazy here. I can't wait until after midnight to do all these recordings. I get too tired by then. And then nothing ever gets done. I keep putting it off. So we're gonna do it when I can do it, and hope for the best. I really should have fast forwarded this. Did I get distracted in the gameplay? I did, didn't I? I don't see my cursor moving at all. Oh, typical me. Let's pause this for a second. I'm getting paranoid that my audio is going to get cut out. Alright, we're back. Yeah, I was getting really paranoid that my audio was going to stop and I would lose everything that I just recorded. It's like over an hour of footage time. That would have sucked. Well, let's get back to it, shall we? Alright, so we are needing more logs. Did I get... Oh, I guess I did get the ability to cut down trees, but what? I really should have fast forwarded through this, eh? Oh, look at these canoodlers talking to each other. What are the names of these people? Lachlan. Lachlan's the elder male. Okay. Where's the woman? The elder woman. I don't know. The elder man's Lachlan. I think the baby's name is Florence. And then what? Magnus is the young child. And Christy is the other child. Oh, Margaret. Margaret is the elder woman. Effie is the adult woman. And Samuel is the adult man. I see. So this game is interesting because these children, when they become of a marriageable age, which would be adulthood, Christy will get there first. So when she gets there, and pretty soon we're going to put up some like sign post boards. You can ask travelers basically to come and work for you. They come looking for work. You pay them so much per day. And see, we just unlocked the vacancy. Nice. So we can put down the vacancy. The vacancy is actually for travelers at night who need a place to stay overnight. So you become kind of like a hostel. And they'll pay you based on like the luxury conditions. So you don't get that much per night when you're at this stage. I don't even have a floor or a roof or even 4 full walls yet. Oh, I can't wait until we get the boomer. It'll be much easier on me. It's coming soon. So, yeah, the vacancy signs for the travelers at night. You can make a little bit of money when they stay overnight, but they also eat your food. So, so there's that. And then you can get the job board, which will allow people to come and work on your farm and pay them so much per day. And you also get a trading post. So then people from other towns will come in and try to trade with you and buy some of your things, sell you some things. So it's really good to get those up and going. They can help you out. Especially when it comes to animals. Like if you want new animals other than wildcats, you can get those yourself over time. But, yeah. Oh, I see I need more straw. So I'm going and cutting down more reeds. Yeah, I definitely need more straw. What was it for? Why was I thinking that? Maybe because I want to build the new beds. There's like straw mats that you can build, and you get better sleep. Your Clanfolk will get better sleep if you build those. So I want them to build. Ah, yes, I did place one already. But you don't want to like replace them all right away because it takes time to build and get the resources. If you don't have any sleeping spots available for when they get tired, then they just won't go to sleep and all their stats will be low and they won't work as well, etc. It's quite an expansive map, but see, it takes so long. I don't think I can build roads through the peat bog. It's too bad, actually, because it slows you down. But you see how it takes them quite a while to travel. So it's a long process. It'd be really helpful to get the job board so I could get helpers doing some of these things for me. It's quite funny because, you know, you have 6 individuals that can actually do jobs, but you can always use more. Oh, look at the rats. Goodness gracious. They're coming because I have food now. They'll eat. I think they must steal some of the food. Otherwise, I don't see the purpose of having rats in this game. Yeah, you need more twine, don't you? I really need to get somebody to focus on cutting down the trees. Wow, this Some more straw. Look at how much straw it actually gives you when you go get them cut down. It's quite a big jump. That's nice. Very nice. Oh. Okay, so I really should have sped up some of this. Hopefully this sounds okay. Ugh, every time I freaking breathe, this thing's going. Making up boom noises. Ugh, I need the boom arms so bad. So bad. Corpse spot. Yeah. And yes, if your villagers die, they go into the corpse spot until you build them a grave, which we haven't unlocked yet. It's very morbid. You have been watching ASMR Sleep. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to get all future content. Thank you for watching.